morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Who's here? I know that Brock was here early. Joe's here. I saw Mitch is here. Who else? Andy's here. And Tom's here. And who else? And I'm going to say hip, tip. I'll never get that right. Anyway, and Dirty Old Man. How's it going, guys? And where's Richard? I saw Richard this morning somewhere. I was going to say he didn't even make me a new intro we hit 900 subs. Thanks everybody. It's been going up steadily, man. It's cool. I think we'll hit that 1,000 mark. Let's see. Anyway, health good. Went yesterday. We had an eventful day yesterday. We started out we woke up about 5:30, which is normal for me, not for Nitnoy. But got ready, got showered, got dressed, hopped on the scooter and went over to the hospital and did our blood tests. We each got blood tests. She got more than me this time. Usually I get all the different tests, but she did this time. And then she had to get a couple more, had to get her heart deal, had to get an x-ray and all that. And it took us till about 9:30. And then they have a little shop in there. We went in there and had noodles for lunch or breakfast or whatever it is. And then her appointment was at 10 and mine was at 10:30. We walked out at 10 o'clock and walked over the places like a hospital restaurant inside the hospital. And there was the number up on the queue number up on the board. Walked in maybe 5 minutes later. We were in with the doctor, and he said everything on mine is good and everything on hers is good. He changed a medication or something, wants me to come back in 2 months instead of 3 because he wants to do just for a blood test and see if this new medication's supposed to be, it's expensive, but it's supposed to help the pump, the heart. What he says is my heart's good, pump's great, but the relaxing part of it isn't as good as it should be. So he's trying to improve on that. But anyway, he still says I can live basically as long as I want to. So we'll see how it goes. People are starting around me are starting to die left and right. I saw on Facebook today my niece's dad, I think, passed away. He was 64. Or 63, 64. Anyway, hopefully I'll live a while. But yeah, everything was good on that. And then we got out of there about 11, and we jammed over to the new government center. Walked in, I'd say from the time we parked the scooter, walked in, and then I saw, who was it? I'm not going to forget his name. Waza I forget his real name and his show name. Maybe if Mitch is listening, he'll post a link. Anyway, I watched his yesterday, and he said he got his TM8 or whatever form or whatever, and they told him he didn't need it. The last 2 times I went, I walked in, we sat down, there was one person and his significant other sitting with one officer there. We sat right in the front, rest of the place completely empty, at least on that part of it. There was some other stuff going on in the building. And he waved to Nitnoy to bring my passport. While he was helping these people, he typed up the piece of paper. As soon as they walked away, maybe 4 minutes later, he waved us up, handed me my passport, said thank you very much, and out of there. Maybe 10, 15 minutes tops. So, and then I've got to go back now. I don't have to do another 90-day. February 2nd or 7th or somewhere in the first week of February, I go back to renew my retirement visa. Let's see. What is Andy saying? Last time I went for an annual checkup, I said, I'm here for my year checkup. Yeah, good. It's been 3 years. Yeah, exactly. That's the way I used to be. Now I'm a little bit more, because all that crap that happened to me, I'm like, whatever he says, he's the man, Yeah, Warren, correct, Cobus, Warren. On his show, he had obviously would have right around the same 90-day dates. And then they told him, you don't need this. Just bring in your passport with the piece of paper that says when you're supposed to return for your 90-day. They pull that out, print it up, fold it up, cut it up, staple it back in your passport, and you're done. So I never had to give him anything myself, but obviously Warren has in the past. Let's see. Absolutely, Tom. What did I miss? What did Tom say? Let me go back here. I don't know what Tom said. What did Mitch answer in here? Mitch says, absolutely, Tom. I will hit the road right after I check out of here. It will take me about 7 hours, 4 by car and scooter. A bit slower. Where are you going? What did I miss? Is Robert here? I didn't see Robert. Yeah, he is. Hey, Robert. Robert Mack in Asia. And Soy Mafia is here too. I'm sorry, I don't think I said hello to you. I apologize. So anyway, so all that was good. Then we went over to the house, and that was on a good note too. The medallion deals that we have, that have the 2 koi fish, those we're going to get those. I think the kids are going to end up painting red and white the fish and leave the rest either silver or something. My wife, whatever color she wants, I don't care. And then those are going to go on that fence. I'll show you guys. So they had that. They finished painting in the front. Supposedly they took it down yesterday. I'll go to check the scaffolding, which means that the man can either come in probably Monday. He'll come in and start on the cover. Met last night here in our home here with the brother that is going to do the custom kitchen cabinets, and went over everything that I wanted in the kitchen and the ones that I want in the bedroom. But I told him I have to hold off on the ones in the bedroom for a little while, but might not have to, because he said it's going to take him 2 to 3 weeks or 2 weeks plus to do the kitchen. So we went over all that, gave him his money for his getting started, and he's starting on Monday morning. The guy that's doing the polyurethane for the front door, is starting on Monday. And so things are moving in the right direction. She talked to the builder last night. I said I need the island put in because the granite guy wants to come in and put his granite in. And so they're supposed to be doing that. So maybe he'll be done Monday or Tuesday. I can have the granite guy in the end of next week. And then it's all finish work, electrical finish, all that kind of stuff. Did Mitch answer, or maybe it's a secret? Mitch. Hey, Stuck, how you doing, man? Yeah. Pretty cool, huh, Brock? It goes like fast, man. I'm telling you, for me, it's really fast. It's like, I want to say 8 or 10 a day, which is fast for me. Fast for maybe anybody. I don't know. I don't know about anybody else because I don't know about YouTube. Um, Finished my tile. In the bathroom. Now, did you get all your business stuff done when you were gone, Robert? Are you heading to Thailand or Vietnam, or is it going to be next year? So anyway, they were almost done with the kitchen tile. The floor tiles, I think, all done now. I didn't see anything left out in the house. The door will be done probably the end of next week. The island should be done, and the countertops ought to be done by the end of next week. And then a week following that, all the cabinets should be pretty close to being done. And I don't know. It all depends on how he's still got to level the land. We still got to pour and the carport should be done, I'm imagining, in a week, maybe a little longer, maybe less. I don't know. But I still need, he's got to put in the driveway and then level up the land and get everything going in the concrete over where the Thai kitchen. Is it possible the end of this month? Yeah, it's actually looking a little better than normal. Maybe will. Maybe he'll get it. Maybe they'll get it. Oh, for breakfast. Well, why did? How did he say 7 hours then? What did I get confused on? Oh, he must be someplace else. Maybe he's not in Pattaya. He doesn't talk to me anymore. He's mad at me. Just kidding. Vietnam, not yet. Thailand, most likely before the end of the year or January, February, Robert. everyone by their first name. Yeah, I wish I did. I'm just, most of them probably, I see a lot of people like at the end of a live stream, for some reason, whatever it is, hour and a half live stream, it shows like 50 or 60 views, but by the next day it's up above 100. So it shows that most of the people are in the US, and maybe they're on the East Coast, because then it would be almost nighttime there, I guess. And then the UK. So, and Thailand. But the UK's in there. So I'm thinking a lot of the people don't get to watch the live, but they watch the rebroadcast the next day. So I am going to try. I've been threatening to do a live stream at like 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Thailand time, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it today. I don't know. What did Robert say? Where's Robert? Did you? Oh, Vietnam. Thailand most likely. You didn't? Did he answer me? No, he didn't. Thailand this year or next year, Robert? Thailand didn't know it. Saying good morning. So, yeah. So hopefully I'll do that. I wanted to do a video yesterday. I don't know. I can't get used to that, having that thing glued to my hand, like people like Chuck and Paige, and I mean, it seems like, oh, I'm going to the car. I'm going to get a piece of gum. He's got a camera in his hand, and he's getting the piece of gum. I have to like fight with myself. Maybe that's why I'm not getting as many people as I want. But I'm hoping. Hey, Uli, how you doing, sir? Hope you're feeling better. So, I have to. Sometimes I like doing it. Sometimes it's fun, and then other times it's like it's a chore. I really enjoy doing this because I should actually do. I want to try a premiere. I haven't done that yet, and do one. My problem with the premiere is I'll have to use my phone and talk into it. Then I've got to look at it and make sure everything's spelled right, because I can't spell worth the crap. I'm horrible. So, so that's why I like doing the live stream so much, is you guys have to type and I get to just talk, unless when you come into the stream. But let's see. What am I missing here? Oh, I see. That's probably looking for to buy. Okay, I missed something there, obviously. Everybody's saying hello to Uli. And Dirty Old Man has a question, I think. What are your goals, and why did you choose those particular ones? The goals that you're asking me, why did I pick them? What goals do I have, and why did I pick them? Is that what you're asking, Dirty Old Man? I'd love to share my location. The current climate. No, really? Are you serious? I didn't think so. Let's see. What did he say? Was that yesterday? Hey, Baldy, how you doing, man? Watched your video the other day. Cool. All right. If you're asking, all right. So he's asking. I think. What do you guys get out of this? He'll probably answer me in a minute. What are your goals, and why did you choose those particular ones? So that's it. Okay. First goal number one is to pretty much try to wake up every morning and still be alive. Of course, if I wake up, I guess I'm alive. So that's my day by day. Hope I'm alive tomorrow. Live life to the max. And goals, try not to die alone, which I think I've gotten to that goal. And I picked that goal because I don't want to die alone. And like I said, man, that's the biggest one, is being happy and content with my life, which I am. I'm happy and content with the person that I've become and am now. I'm totally happy with my Thai family and my Thai wife. I couldn't have, I could have went through 2 million people and not got as lucky as I did. And that's about it. Just having one goal is I want to make sure, like right now, I'm in the middle of doing I have one retirement left. I get it on actually my birthday, December 22nd, but they said I'll get it on the 1st. I got to get the paperwork, actually. The big procrastinator here. I still haven't completed it, but I am going to try to complete it today. So my goal on that and why is I want to get that done because that one, my wife can get and take over after I pass. I take about 3/4 of the pension, and then when I die, she gets another reduced rate, which ends up to be about 3 times her government salary. So she's set for life, and that's why the goal is I want to get that. The reason why is because not so much that I need that income, is that she will get it when I'm gone, and that means that I can go to sleep every night and not worry about a dang thing. And I know that them, the children, the whole family, basically here in Thailand, will be taken care of until my wife passes. And that's what her basic chore was on this, being on this planet, was to take care of her mother, her father, her grandmother, her grandfather, everybody. So otherwise, goal wise, not die on a motorcycle, and that's pretty much a given why. But I don't really have any kind of monetary goals, or like when I was younger, I want a Rolls Royce, I want a Porsche, I want a Corvette, I want a house, I want a bigger house, I want even a bigger house. I don't have any of those type of goals anymore. They're not important to me. Hope I answered. If I answered, if I answered what you wanted, let me know. I meant, what are your goals? Oh, for the channel. Oh shit! I went on this big rant on it. Originally, it was just to try to get over, first of all, this problem that I've always had my whole life, is talking in front of people anyway. And I've pretty much gotten over that now, thanks to Joe and people that have supported me, including you guys. I'd like to say that I would like to get it big enough to where I could get money from the channel, which I said before I never really wanted. But my wife really wants to give back to Thailand, although she said we're going to have to figure out, if it goes that way, we're going to have to figure out a way that, she goes, she doesn't want me to get crucified, because if I, the trolls will come out of the frickin' woodwork, Oh my God, he got $8.37, and according to the paperwork, he only spent $8.36.999. What the hell is going on? This guy's screwing you get my point. So that's basically what I'd like to do. Otherwise, just having a place that people can meet up and talk. What I like about this, and what the vision that I have of it now, I am going to do some videos. People like to watch the videos, maybe of the family and stuff like that. But the major part of it's going to be these live streams. Because what I've been trying to do is do like a half hour of me just rambling, and then bringing people on. I want it to be where, right now we've got maybe 8 or 10 people that like to come on. There's probably a bunch of people that watch that don't even comment, which is great. There's not a problem with that. But eventually, if I get past where I can have 10 people on, which might be kind of a chore trying to navigate. Okay, you go ahead, Bill, go ahead, Brock, go ahead, Mitch, do that type of thing. If I go step up to the next one, I think I could have like 20, or maybe, each day, or maybe do them daily, and have a certain 10 or 15 on one day, 10 or, whatever. But it's basically, the vision of it is just to let anybody talk about whatever they want. Mainly the 90% of what we talk about is Thailand, whether it be sandboxes or the virus or whatever. Our lives are building here, our families here. But any other little crap too. I mean, it's just like, I want it to be kind of like a family sitting around eating dinner and just bullshitting about what they did today. What did you do today? Type thing. And all the people that I've met and that are on now are all good people. So it's a good thing. So that would be mine. Did I ramble on again? I think I did. Days go for the channel. Have some fun. Keep occupied. Yeah. It's just to have some fun, and to get, people that aren't here, can chime in and, well, what did you do? What's the front? When am I coming? I might do this. I might do, just be able to just talk about Thailand, So it makes it, hey, Mark, it makes it, I think people like it. Hey, Gary, what's up? Um, it, but that's the basic gist of it. As far as putting out, yeah, I'd like to get better at editing because I'm not that great. I mean, people probably criticize me about it too, and again, I don't really care. But I care to myself. I want to get better um, because I want to get better. It's just the way I am. You know, I don't want to finish second in anything I do, and I want to get better at everything I do. But I'd like to get better at editing and doing videos. And I've always got Richard that I could help me make intros and outros, but which is amazing. Thanks again, Richard. And he's on. Is today Saturday? Today's Saturday, right? He's on tonight, Thai time, I think 9 p.m. Ah, excuse me. Okay, what am I missing? What is everybody talking about? See if I can get in on the conversation here. Meeting market, lunchtime, and then on another lunchtime special. Cool. And Baldy, I've come to talk about me. I'm going to put up the link here in a minute. You're more than welcome to come on and talk about your channel as much as you'd like. Um, let's see. These are all great goals, Dave. He's a great speaker. Kind of reminds me of the radio announcer, man, Jack. And one of my favorite. Thanks, Sturdy Old Man. But I have fun, you know, like I said before, said it many times, as long as I'm having fun and there's more than one person up there in the little eye in the corner, I'll be here talking. Let's see. Well, it's been 22 minutes. Let me go ahead and post the link and see if anybody would like to come on. Here it is now. Yeah, and he was in the film American Graffiti, but he originated. I think he was in. It got picked up all over the world, but in California he was big. But I don't think he was in California. I think he was in the Midwest or something. Somebody might know better. Gator should know. Hey Jake. Hey Tony, how you doing? But he was big time. And in case you're not familiar with where I grew up, was basically American Graffiti. I mean, in the San Fernando Valley, we had Van Nuys Boulevard that we cruised every week, and that's how all these cruise nights and stuff, basically where it came from. They started that, I want to say, in the 60s. I wasn't actually cruising until maybe 71, 70, something like that, 71, 72. But it was big time. I mean, they had every cop in the San Fernando Valley was on Van Nuys Boulevard when they did it, and then they finally ended up outlawing it, saying he couldn't do it. Let's see. Brock is here. Brock, how's it going?
Morning, all.
But
Get a bit
yeah,
of volume.
who lost? Well done, Mark. He's lost. Oh, who has every day? Mark's
Good
lost.
morning, Jack.
Mark's lost 9 kilo. Really? I think I found it for you. I found it for you, Mark. Oh, Brock's newly shaven or beard trimmed anyway. I noticed that now. Fantastic movie. Yeah, it was. Was it Ron Howard? Boy, did he come from Andy Griffin to probably one of the biggest superstars in movie and making movies. Amazing. Oh, at 9 a.m. Yeah, he changed the time, Mark. He changed it to back to 9 p.m. tonight. Hey, Soy, Brock is preparing his sleigh. Yeah, he is. He'll
Yep.
show you his picture of him playing Santa Claus. I've got a few, but my wife had them. I have no idea where they are. Bad Badger. Let's see what Tony has to say. One of my favorite quotes from the movie is that color cross between piss yellow or puke green. Yeah, and that was a big color too. At least when I was growing up, we had most of the stuff were tea buckets and a lot of old Fords. And when I was growing up, the biggest stuff that I was caught between We called them the surfers and the lowriders, which the lowriders were the ones with the lowered Impalas, 62, 63 Impalas, excuse me, with hydraulics. I really liked the cars, but we were more towards the beach, so we were called the surfers. Not that I look like a surfer, but a lot of the guys that I hung around with were long-haired, blonde hair, blue-eyed kids, and we had a lot of fun. But the biggest cars were the early Impalas, early '60 Impalas, and I like the trucks. I like the '55, either Chevy or Ford. I had a Ford. My brother has a Ford. He still got his. A lot of stuff like that. A lot of hot rods. I had a Nova, early Nova with a 327 in it with a crossover manifold with the two quads sticking out the top of the hood, straight axle front end. So we were into horsepower too. But you got to remember, Keith Black, Pink, all these people were from the San Fernando Valley. In fact, McEwen and what's his name? What was the God? My mind's gone. Anyway, a lot of hot rodders from the San Fernando Valley. Pasadena, all that area was big into horsepower. But Keith Black was probably Ed Pink and Keith Black were probably two of the biggest motor builders in Southern California. Matt Badger saying good morning to everyone. I get the sounds good, Brock. Sound and videos okay.
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me, Dave.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so a lot of drag racing, a lot of quarter-mile stuff, of course, after hours, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning in the San Fernando Valley. At a point, the cops pretty much left them alone, and then a couple people were drinking too much, and there were accidents and stuff, and people were getting hurt, so they started shutting them all down. But it was fun in the early days. Bacon and eggs, you made it. Last time I think you came in like 2 minutes before I shut the stream down. Glad to see you can make it. You had a 30 Ford coupe in the garage stock, not a hot rod. Yeah, that's okay too. But I think I'm more into that now than I would be. I've been looking here in Thailand, and boy, they get big dollars for anything of any kind of vintage, that you can find here. An old Chevy, or it seems like they may have some Chrysler products and stuff. I haven't dug into it completely, but I wouldn't mind building something. But it doesn't have to be a big hot rod type thing, but even a older car would be cool. I would like that. I was always into that. I had a '55 Chevy 2-door hardtop. I think I told you guys the story about that. I was riding and went with the club on a run, and my wife, I'd given it to her. It was like 95% done. It wasn't 100% restored, deal, but it was. Body was straight, painted two-tone. Interior was like 80% done. Had a 350 turbo 350. It was just a clean driver, 55 Chevy 2-door hardtop, and the tank I didn't clean out completely, I guess, good enough. And when my wife was driving it when I was gone away for 3 days, she it broke down on her. She called me up. I had somebody come over and they towed her and brought it back home, and it was just the fuel filter. Well, the next day when I got home, 2 days later, 55 gone. Where's the Chevy? And she had rolled it out on the street, and she said, I sold it. I said, what do you mean you sold it? She said, I put it on the street, and this black gentleman pulled over and said, I'd like to buy this, and I sold it to him. I said, well, what did you sell it for? She said, $10,000. I said, I had $10,000 just into the shell before I did anything. So it didn't matter, but it wasn't funny at the time. I can laugh about it now, but it was a good car. I liked it. I liked the 55s. In the '70s, we all wanted beer. Yeah, but back in the Aussies, it was different. When I was growing up, I don't know how many. I think I told you guys this story before too. Is I got pulled over. I've never gotten a 502, and I stopped drinking and driving 35, 40 years ago, maybe even more. But when we were young, before the age of drinking, 17, 16, 18, 19 years old, we would get pissed and drive around. And what they would do back then is they pull you over, and this happened to me at least 5 times that I know of that I can remember. Made us open up the trunk, pulled out. There was 2 cases of beer in there. Made us pop every pop top on the beer and pour it into the gutter. And then they all went to school for this. They all looked at me and said, "How far do you live from here?" In exact words, all 5 of them that I can remember. "How far do you live from here?" "I don't know, about a mile, 2 miles." "Okay, I want you to drive straight home." "Okay." Same words out of all of them. Of course, as soon as they left, we drove to the next party, never even going close to getting home. But it's a different era. I mean, when my son was getting his license, he told me that if once he got his license at whatever it is, 17, it was 15 and a half when I was a kid, I could get a motorcycle permit. But if he had any kind of alcohol on his breath, whatever, when he got stopped, he couldn't get his license until it was either 18 or 21. So which I think is good. I mean, you shouldn't be on the road. It just took me a little while to become smart enough to go, should I spend this $6 for a taxi and not kill somebody? So I would do that. But then I stopped drinking. I didn't drink much in the last even the last 25 years. But let's see. All right, what did I miss? Bacon and eggs fried in coconut oil and avocado. Are we talking about keto or what? Baldy wants to come in, so let's say hi to Baldy. Hey, Baldy, how you doing, man?
Hey, hello, guys.
G'day, mate.
Oh, I didn't think you... Oh, I'm great, guys. I'm great.
Good. Good to
I
hear.
didn't think you'd let me in.
Why not? Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Yeah, it's good to see. I watched your last video. What I like about, in fact, if you guys haven't subscribed to Baldy's, by all means, do so. It's you do a lot of motor vlogging type stuff right around town, and then you do the trips with God, my mind's gone. You do the hiking trips up into the mountains and stuff. But I like the motor vlogging. It's a good channel. I like it. I like watching that kind of stuff. So it's guys, by all means, subscribe.
Just one thing, guys. I've got a really big echo going on, so everything's being repeated. I don't know.
Let me go in here and see if I have the echo deal. I have the cancel.
Do you have your stream turned off on your YouTube? If you turn the volume, mute the volume on that, it'll stop the echo.
What do I miss? What did Mitch say? Gary, sorry, my phone. Oh, Joe said, "Hey, Joe, still getting an echo?" Oh, he dropped out. Maybe he's going to try to come back in. And Jake just put up Baldy's and Mitch did both back to back. So if you guys want to, that's back to back. Gator and Mitch put up Baldy's site. So by all means,
I was just going to put up Baldy's as well, but I won't now.
All right, let's try this again. There we go.
I closed the YouTube app, so perfect. I don't get the repeat now.
Cool. Hey James, how you doing? He's saying hi to Baldy.
Hi James. Chocolate Man, Thailand. Hi, how are you doing? Great to see you guys. I think this is the first time I've been live on somebody's channel.
You're welcome. Anybody is. Anytime you want to stop by all means, stop by. Like I said earlier, that's why somebody had asked me what the channel have. This is what I have for. People want to come on, talk, promote their channel, do whatever they want, and then we talk about Thailand. And I was going to ask James while he's still on here. Hey, James, are you going to have a meetup in Pattaya? Because if you are, how much notice are you going to give? an hour. I can't get from Surin to Pattaya in an hour. So if you can give, by all means, please let me know somehow. Maybe even through Mitch or something on the low, and so I can have a couple of days to. Because I really want to come. I'd like to meet you, and I'm planning on coming again anyway. I don't know if I'll take it on the Forza, but I might. Either that or I'll drive the truck. I'm not taking the bus again. I'm not doing that. So, Joe's saying hello.
They're very uncomfortable, those buses.
You know, and I don't remember it being that bad when I went to Bangkok. I can't count the number of times I slid off the vinyl on a 70 Cutlass. Yeah, you know, I had a 65 Impala, and they had butchered it. It was my first car. Well, I shouldn't say that. My dad bought me a 56 Ford Victoria, but he ended up selling it before. He bought it before I turned 15, and then he ended up selling it because he needed money. He was my stepdad. He was a dick. But anyway, so I bought my first car was a 65 Impala. It was a 3-speed. They cut the floor and put the shifter on the floor. So a 3-speed on the floor. It had a 327 back then. Was it a 327? I think so. And it had 6 non-fouling adapters in it because it was burning so much oil. And I used damn near as much oil as I did gasoline. And it was my pride and joy. I could go to school. It was great. Of course, I had my panhead, but that 65 Impala just billowing smoke out the back. It was but I like that 65, and the Cutlass was great too. Yeah, Dave, okay, here you go. Yeah, Dave, I want to include as many local vloggers as possible. I'm gathering with Kev, Mitch, and others. And okay, cool. Yeah, if you can, because I think I'm not going to take the bus. So whatever it's going to be, I need a day to drive there and hopefully get a room, which I'm sure I can. So, and Tony's going to come on. So let's say hi to Bad Badger. Hey, Tony.
Good morning, everybody.
He's the exercising guru. The exercising guru, getting everybody in tune and motivated to walk every morning. Is that a good intro?
That's it.
Morning, Mr. Badger.
He's lagging for some reason. Tony is. I don't know why. You still there, Tony?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you have an echo too also?
I don't know.
No, you sound it's just a little bit slow is all. It's good. That's all right. It's fine. James is saying hello to Tony. Wants to know what's up. Who else? Everybody's saying hi to Tony. But Tony's been walking.
Just getting the chat up. I'm on my phone. That's not on my laptop.
Okay.
That might be why it's lagging.
Tip us hi to Baldy.
Oh, hang on. What's happened? Go on. What's happened?
Oh, my old man had.
Carry on, guys. I'm trying to get the chat up. I can't see the chat.
Okay.
You guys carry on regardless, and I'll try and get the chat up.
All right. Who had a dirty old man at a 63 Dodge? What was it? Polara. Station wagon. What did my mom had? When we were kids, she had a Buick station wagon, the one that had the top little sun glass, around the back. And that was during the days that we laughed because of we didn't use any seat belts. They take us to the beach. It had that rear seat that actually faced the back. Then it had the seat. I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people in that station wagon going to Zuma or Malibu Beach when we were kids. It was great growing up in the San Fernando Valley. Everything that you've heard about California and the hot spots and everything, that was right where I grew up. We went down to Malibu and Zuma and all the beach cities. San Onofre was down towards San Diego. But, a lot of the stuff there, Santa Monica, all that stuff was within 30 minutes of where I lived in the San Fernando Valley, at least on a motorbike, a little bit longer in a car. But it was probably the greatest place that I could ever imagine growing up.
I've always dreamed of doing America on a bike. We've got places like Route 66, but I've
still
never.
open.
Yeah, I've never had the chance to go to the States yet. I've seen all the movies though, so I feel like I've been there.
Yeah, you know, California, back when I was, you know, I'm an old fart, but back when I was a kid, I stayed on my panhead for about a year and went up the California coast for about a year. And back then it was great too, because gasoline was like 25, 30 cents a gallon. I could stop, you could chop wood for somebody, they'd give you $5, you know, and back then people would say, you know, hey, just stay on the side of our house, or, you know, set up in our garage, or come into our house and sleep on our couch. It's a different time now. So I could go up and down the coast. I had $0. In fact, the biggest thing for me back then, what I would do is I would go and I would buy two or three cans of refried beans, and I'd buy 2 packages of tortillas, and then I would stop in 7-Eleven and use their microwave, their condiments, their hot sauce, their everything, and make my burritos. Hell, I could live damn near a week on $1.50, you know, or something. So it was a good time. Now it's still fun. The only thing is, in San Fernando Valley and around LA, when I was growing up, the traffic was a lot less, so it wasn't as dangerous. Now people, first off, they never look for motorcycles anyway. That's why I was glad I had loud pipes on my bike. Probably saved me from dying 100 times just by hitting the throttle and grabbing the clutch. They'd pull back out of the way. But yeah, you'd have an awesome time. There's some beautiful places in the United States. Beautiful places.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. I mean, as well, what you're saying about people not looking out for you. We have the same in the UK, where there's not that many bike riders because of the weather mainly. So people are not really looking out for you. And that's what I like about Asia. You know, everyone's looking out for bikes. I find the most dangerous thing riding a bike in Asia is other bike riders. I find other bike riders, the most, you know, cars indicate, and they tend to look before they go. They're aware of motorbikes being around them. So
yeah, I watched a couple of. I've been in. I don't know if you've heard me say before, but I have in the States. I have my Harley, which I gave to my son in 2008. But I also have a 2003 Tiger 995i, which isn't the best dual sport bike. It's a little too high centered, and anyway, but it was perfect for me because the closest I was going to get was fire roads. But I put it together moto camping, and one of the guys that I watched out of the UK, and I'm not going to remember his name now, but he did motorcycle camping. He was rather big into it, and now he's changed over to doing both. He bought a little van, but I believe he was out of the UK. I can't remember his name, but I really like that and would like to try that with the Forza. I do have half the stuff, but I think I will do it at least once. But I think I'm a little too old to be getting up and down on my knees and in and out of a tent. Tony could probably do it. He's in shape. I'm not in shape. I'll hurt myself.
I might be able to get in the tent, but I doubt if I'll get out of it.
You can get big tents now that you can just walk in and walk out. You don't need to crawl anymore.
And they have, see, my biggest thing here, my biggest thing in Thailand is right now it's into the good weather in Surin. Early in the morning, 70 degrees, 72. Yeah. You know, it's good. I could do that. I could sleep. They make fans. I had one back home. It's a 10-inch fan with batteries, and it runs off a USB. And that could, as long as I have something blowing on me, that would be my biggest obstacle. And the only other thing, yeah, there you go. The only other thing I don't like is I don't like bugs and I don't like snakes. So as long as I can get into the tent, and you know, there's a lot of places that now I've noticed, excuse me, in Thailand, they're setting up. Somebody just has a vacant piece of land. They're mowing it down, raising the land, and calling it a camping spot. And you could go there for almost nothing. You know, so I'd like to try that. I did it on the Triumph. Triumph's still there with all the camping gear, but I've got everything except for about 10 items. I a video on and that's my biggest video, is that freaking Forza video where I put on the cameras and all the gadgets on it. It gets like 1,000 views a month, more than any of my other stuff. It's like 8,000 views. It's my wife says, you need to do another video on the Honda. You need to do I've had the Honda for 3 months now, and do a video on what I think about it. But then I might do that anyway, because I do still love it.
It's great to get out on the road. It's great to get out on the road camping. Carl and I do it all the time. And like you say, there's certain little things like the bugs and snakes. But to be quite honest, quite a lot of people say to me, they say, you go in jungles, Brian, you go up mountains. Aren't you worried about snakes? I say, to be honest, I've seen more snakes in Bangkok than I see in the jungles and up the mountains,
I've seen 2 dead cobras. They've both been on the road. I haven't seen anything alive. A couple little ones in the yard, but my wife said they're harmless. They moved to the wrong country. I moved to the wrong country, James. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that, and maybe if James has a meetup, then maybe I will. The only problem is I really don't want to take the Forza into Pattaya, but I guess I will, because it would be a nice ride. I've only got 600 kilometers on it. I want to get it on the open road to where I can really go, but it's so comfortable. I adjusted the shocks. I'm perfectly fine with the way that they're working the way they are now. I don't need to replace them. I need to get a little bit more weight in the side bags. I might have to maybe adjust it, but I'm pretty much ready to go camping. Maybe about, I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000 baht in a sleeping bag and a couple other little things that I need. But this house has just about drained me. It's like every dime that I have goes into that freaking house. And my wife, she's happier than hell. But I'm looking at it going, okay, I have nothing. I just got all my checks 2 days ago and I have nothing. So, but everybody's paid, and they are doing the countertops will be going in, the cover will be going on, and all that stuff's expensive. The cabinets, though, I think everybody's going to be impressed.
Good
and
morning,
I only paid 55,000. Hey, Richard, 55,000 baht for the kitchen cabinets, and the bedroom cabinets are impressive, and they're only 54,000. The cover was 70,000, which I know on Warren's channel, his is a little bit more bigger than mine, and a little bit more stout. Although I'm happy with mine, and I think he paid like 160,000 baht for the cover. I paid 70. So some stuff I didn't try to cut corners, but if I could try to save it, I think what helped me now is the people, because of COVID, they're like, I need to work, I need money. This guy that's doing the cover, the brother was supposed to paint the front of the house and have the scaffolding out a month ago, and he hasn't done it till right now, yesterday. And that poor guy called my wife every day. Can I come work? Can I come work? Can I come work? Because they need the money, which is good, because I know Joe got slammed by some trolls saying, how dare you build a house when everybody else is starving? And Joe came back with the perfect answer. Do you know how many people I'm feeding by doing this house? Besides the fact that he actually is feeding them by taking stuff to feed them during the day. And mine's the same way, and I did bring extra food to them and gave them food. But, so I don't look at it that way. But, trolls are trolls. What are you going to do?
Trolls are trolls, yeah. It's like I always say, I help who I can, but I'm not here to feed Asia. It's I'm not a big organization. I can't help everyone. I can only do my little bit where I am.
What my deal, exactly. What my deal is whatever anybody can do. I do it for appreciation, and I do it because I can. If I've got 1,000 baht, I'll try to do 1,000 baht. If I got 100 baht, I'll do 100 baht. So there you go. Tony wants to schedule you. Back on the show.
I can't see all the chat. So if anyone asks me a question,
time change, Richard.
You can see this one though, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see the one I have on the screen? Okay.
I can see the ones you put up, Dave, but I can't see the actual chat. So if anyone asks a question, somebody tell me.
Okay, if they ask you something, I'll pop it up like this. I'll pop it up like this.
Me
if they
too.
ask.
I can't see any chats. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do the same for Baldy.
Yeah,
I don't know why that doesn't work.
Dave, makes mine seem minuscule. I paid 1.3 for my build.
Yeah, I'm gonna have for the build without the. Does that include the pool too, Tony?
No, my build is 1.3. That's just for the build. The land.
Our build is going to be 2.3, but that's without the land. That's without the land.
Yeah.
She bought the land a long time ago.
Mine was 1.3 for the build, 600 for half a right, and 500 for the pool.
Pool. So I'm looking, and I'm gonna have a breakdown in case everybody's wondering. An actually pretty good one. I thought that maybe I'd slough off, but I've been writing everything down in my book, so I'll have a good breakdown. It's going to be right around 3 million, and that's going to include the plunge pool and the koi pond. So we'll see, but that's the way it should be. It looks like right now somewhere between 2.3 and 2.5 for the build, depending on how many upgrades I do in this last month. But which I think is pretty good because everybody that's seen it has said, "Oh, that's a good price. That's a good price." So
yeah, that is a good price. I think mine's about 94, 95 square meters. So yours is bigger than that.
Yeah, mine's 195 square meters.
Yeah, that's twice the size of mine. So that's a really good price, mate.
I think so too, and it's good. We got to design it. We got to okay the drawings all the way through. So we're basically in my last house that I will ever build. I get to live in something that we both designed. It's our home. So let's see. Oh, Baldy, this is for Baldy, I think. Baldy and my crosshairs too. He wants to get you scheduled too. So you guys need to get a hold of Richard. So
that'll be great. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, Richard shows. They're I've watched them for quite a while now, and
Richard's a great guy.
all the new bloggers he has on, and he does a really good thing there. He always got a niche. On the market, just really good thing for bloggers.
I went on the Vlogger News thing, which is just the little. I'm not good enough to go on as a regular guest. I'm not female, and I have to just do the vlogger. No, I'm just kidding. On the Vlogger News, in 3 days after I did the Vlogger News, I got over 100 subscribers in 3 days. So it's a good thing for you. And Richard's a great guy, and I like James's sniping.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
It's all good. I'm
I'd love to be on, Richard. I'd love to be on. I'll contact you. I can't wait for the show this evening. I think it's at 8 p.m. I think Richard's changed the show. I think he changed it to 8 p.m., didn't he?
All right.
I think it's 9. Go ahead, Tony.
Maybe
you were going to say something. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I'll say I'm into Phuket on Monday, getting the bike serviced, their new tyres, and then I'm going to sit down and work out where I'm going to go. I'm going to go head for Suratani first, and then up to Champon, and then Suratani is, well, I'm hoping to do a bit of a maybe 400 or 500 kilometers in the first day. That's the plan, but whether it works out that way, I don't know. But
are you going with somebody, or are you going by yourself?
Oh, no, I'm on my own. I'm going to go up to Prachuap, and then from there, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go to Suratani, jump on, and then try and get to Prachuap. I think it's 450 kilometers roughly for me, so I think I can do that in the day if I leave as light's just breaking. I think I can do that in the day. So.
Why, are you in a rush? Yeah. Are you in a rush? I'm retired. No. I don't care if it takes me 3 days to get somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't got enough time because obviously Lisa's here on her own, and she's all right on her own here.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, but I'm just going to see what happens. Really, I don't know. I mean, I say I know I'm heading up that way, and then what happens from there is I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not sure,
Okay.
and that's the best way to be, I think.
You're going to see Joe though, right? Are you going to try to meet up?
Yeah, I'm going to message Joe anyway and let him know and see if he's about, because he said to me, just let me know in case they're going to go to Bangkok or wherever. And I said, yeah, no worries. So once I've got the bike done and sorted, and then I'll make my plans and I'll speak to Joe, go up and see Joe, and then I don't know what's going to happen after.
I like Chupan. I went down there. I flew with Mike's from Live My Ass Off. We went there when we had the last Air Asia pass. So it cost me like 100 baht to go there.
There's a really good road from Chumpon along there. And it was all, I mean, it's an amazing piece of road. I've done it many a time because I used to get the ferry from Koh Tao to Chumpon, the night boat, and get into Chumpon at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then the road, the coach road up there, it's all done, it's called the scenic route. It's all done with road markings and everything. It's a really, really good ride. It is. It's stunning, quite stunning.
Yeah. I liked it. I wanted to go do it again. And I do want to get over to Joe's. I've been telling him I'm going to come because he wants to meet my wife, because of course he was the one that did the first interview with me when I met them a little over a year ago. Yeah, a little over a year ago. And then I got married a week after I got back. Yeah. So he wants to meet my wife, and so does Gift. So and they're great people. I mean, it doesn't get much better than them. That's for sure. Let's see. Did I miss anything? What did I miss? Okay, here's Richard saying 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think that's 9 p.m. Thai time. But the following week, it will begin at 8 p.m. Thai time because of the time change. All right, so this week it's 9 p.m. Next Saturday, it will be 8 p.m. next Saturday because of the time.
I would have been sat there waiting for an hour.
That's okay. Chocolate Man, 100%. Best time to be here in Thailand. Yeah, no doubt. And I did I don't know how to share that screen, but let me look real quick and I'll read it real quick. Despite errors, over 65,000 have applied for the Thai Pass. And I think they said 13, as of yesterday, stated that 13,000 people have already been approved for the new scheme. So that means, except for maybe Chuck and Paige, although I think he finally got it to work. But I know he was having a real problem with it. But yeah, so is it going to be, in 2 weeks, is it going to be just like it was 3 years ago? No. But is it going to be acceptable and people are going to start making money? You got to understand, I'm concerned about mainly the Thai people as far as making a living. But the Thai people are so resilient. For one thing, they'll go down to the little stream that me and you wouldn't think anything of and get fish to feed their family or rice or whatever it takes. If they've got a little booth and you go there and you patronize that deal for 50 baht, they'll make that 50 baht pay their electric bill for 2 days and feed their family. So I feel for them. They need to open it up and they need to get things going. It isn't going to, I don't think it would be a good thing to all of a sudden have it the same way that Thailand was 3 years ago anyway. I think it should trickle in. But I think it's going to be a lot more of a trickle than people think. People want to come to Thailand. And when they open it up, and granted, some of them, have different reasons than other people, and they want the entertainment venues to be open. So once those are open, there's going to be a lot of people coming into Thailand. It's not going to be like it was, like I said, but it will get there.
Yeah, I think the same. I think it's going to take a while. It's going to take to build up, because even though people are desperate to travel at the moment, a lot of people have been out of work. They don't have the funds. They've not, they've dipped into their savings. They've been using the savings for things. So, and there's a lot of restrictions. There's a lot of extra costs now with traveling.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think it's going to take a while for us to get back to the good old days. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
But like I said,
there's a way.
I was watching, what's his name that owns all the restaurants or all the bars?
Brian.
Brian.
Brian
Yeah,
Clayton.
and it's like, how do you have 27 restaurants and then go from closed to open in one day? It isn't going to happen unless the guy's got a
I
multi-million
think he was saying,
dollars.
yeah, I think he was saying it's going to cost him about 80,000 baht just to open one. So,
So he's going to have to open them up.
stagger.
Yeah, he has to. I can't see any other way. Okay. Oh, this
Gotta
is
go,
your.
guys. Sorry, I gotta go.
Here's Richard's guest. Do you know this guy, Tony? Ty Britt abroad. He's the one that's going to be on the show tonight. I subscribe to his channel.
I've got to go, guys.
Okay, see you later, Tony. All right.
Okay, Tony. See you later.
So pleased to meet you. I subscribed to your channel this morning, actually. I'm glad you could make it. Did Richard still here, or did he leave? Richard was here. He probably gave you a heads up, maybe probably told you to come over to this channel. Thanks for coming too, by the way. Nice to meet you. So what did I miss? Did I miss anything?
Richard's still here.
Oh, he is? Okay. Richard, my wake up call is 4 a.m. for these shows. Get everything ready. He's a crazy man. He's a crazy. Oh, you've been here for a while. Oh, no. Yeah, you've been here for a while. I just missed you. Okay. There's Richard. Hey, Ryan. Or Ryan's your name. How you doing, Ryan? Now I'm gathering that is Thai. That Brit abroad is Ryan. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Living in Phuket.
Nice place to live.
There's some kind of a strange guy here. No one knows him, but this guy's name is James, and he's a chocolate man, and he's in Thailand. Hey, James, how are you, sir?
Hi, James.
What's up?
James.
All right. For some reason, my volume doesn't work. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Very good. Somebody asked in the chat, "Do I have control over that?" Not that I know of, but I'm not. I don't know everything
It's weird.
about.
I got you guys turned all the way up, but I can't hear you.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, I know somebody's probably talking, but I just wanted to interject real quick. I just wanted to come in real quick. If I could just have the floor for 1 second, okay? I totally disagree with the slow trickle in theory, and here's why. It's wintertime. People haven't been able to party in a long time. We're going to open up 1 December. I have complete faith in that happening, and when that does, it won't be a slow trickle. I think there honestly won't be enough jets coming to Thailand to bring all the people that want to come. But that's all I wanted to say. I disagree with the trickling there. That's it.
No worries. Yeah, I don't know. That could be true. I don't think even when it is what it is coming in, I shouldn't say a slow trickle, but it's not.
For some reason, I can't. Anyway, I'm about out. I just want to say that one thing, and I'm out.
All right, James. I don't. Maybe I shouldn't say slow trickle, but it's not going to be like it was. But I hope it's James's way. I hope that they don't have enough planes to bring the people here. As long as they don't get nervous, that's going to be the biggest thing. If they take it in stride, just like they did with Phuket in the sandbox, and say, "Oh yeah, if we get above this number, we'll reevaluate." And then when it got to that number, they said, "Oh yeah, it's okay. And if they wouldn't have said that, just think of what would be happening now if they shut down the sandbox in that very beginning when they first got the numbers above what they had said. And I think they're going to do the same thing. If they have it here, as long as those numbers now they're floating between 75 and 85, 100 cases, as long as it doesn't go to 85,000, as long as it goes up to 10, 12, 15, 14, 13, 12, 15, as long as it stays there, it's the flu, man. Get vaccinated if you can, if you believe in it, and then go from there. I have to. I am vaccinated. In fact, that was the other thing I forgot to tell you. Went to the doctor. Me and my wife both go at the same time. 2 blood tests. Saw the doctor. What else was 2 or 3 other things? The 13,000 baht, that includes 3 months of medication for me and my wife. And the last time they gave back 11,000 baht. So it cost me 2,000. So what is that? Like $20 a month for all my medications doctor visits, blood test, x-ray, all that stuff that she did. And the other thing that I want to tell you, when I was in there, I took the 50 baht and took the copy of my vaccinated. I'm going to bring you in 1 second, Richard. The vaccination deal to get my vaccination passport. I gave it to him, gave him 50 baht. Or no, I didn't give him the 50 baht. Friday, I have to go pick it up, give him 50 baht, and they'll give me my my passport. Richard, what is it, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Getting close.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
You're crazy, man.
Trying to, I was trying to go on Avatar.
On Avatar?
I was going to try to do my Avatar, man.
Okay, we'll wait. Oh,
So, it doesn't want to go on the.
I hope they don't cancel anything, dirty old man. I hope it's like what I'd like to see. There you go. I'd like to see something halfway. If they can make sure they got all the flights, bring it in. I don't know how many people visit Thailand before, but if they get 1/10 of what they had, I think would be a lot. But I could be wrong. I hope James is right. I hope they don't have enough people are walking from Russia to Thailand. Whatever. I hope the more the better. The more the merrier. Besides, all these people are going to be vaccinated more than likely. They're going to get tested before they get on the plane. They're going to be tested when they land. So I don't know. They need to treat it like the flu, which is what they're doing, and get them in here.
Yeah, I agree with James. Like, I think things are going to come back, but I don't know if it's going to come back as quickly as he thinks. I do think there's a lot of us that are not like James, more like a no time to be sad, struggling to get into the country. People are watching those videos saying, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I showed that one, or I didn't show you the one, but they said 65. Now, this has been going since what? The first? So 65,000 people have applied, even with the thing not working. So 65,000 people got through. Chuck and Paige in the beginning were not one of them or two of them. And they said 13,000 have gotten approved. So that means that there's almost 50 or 50,000 that haven't been approved yet. And if that's the case, 65, I don't have a calculator here, but 65 divided, what is that, 10 or 15,000 a day that are applying. So I guess maybe it could go crazy. I don't know. Like I said, I hope it does.
Well, I got to tell you, so one thing for me that's a deal breaker is if I can't get over there on one of my two go-to airlines. So I use Philippine Airlines and I use China Airlines. If I have to use like something else like Emirates and take a longer flight and maybe my flyback time is not my usual, I have usual times like to come over. I like to come over to hit Thailand in the morning time. And then I like to leave to go back to the U.S. in the morning. And some of these flights that are available now, like through Emirates, it's very late in the evening or a long 8-hour layover to come back. And
what about United?
That's not good.
What about United?
Well, I know one of the ones that's close is Cathay Pacific. They're operating flights. So they're on my radar. But see, I lose all my miles. I have all these miles built up with those two airlines. But it's like, shit, I guess I'm just going to have to start new. It's like a reset. What's that?
What about your own aircraft, Richard? Don't you fly on your own aircraft?
Uh-oh, busted.
But yeah, I don't think okay, if that's the case, I never really was concerned about that when I was going back every 3 months when I first got here, the first year or a little bit under a year. And I was on China, which, like I said before, I won't fly that again. But it seems like United's got some good. It was. I checked it for beginning of December or something like that, and it was $975 round trip to LAX. So I thought that was reasonable for the time. I thought, because the cheapest I got round trip at one time was with one of the China Airlines, and it was right under $600. Most of the time, it was
It's
right
so
around
funny.
$750.
I gotta tell you, so I've recommended China Airlines to a number of my friends, and they always pick the wrong airline. They go on China Air, and then they come back and say that airline stunk, like it was the worst. I'm like, well, that's not the same airline. Like China Air is much different from China Airlines. China Airlines is trying to change their name to Taiwan Airlines because they fly out of Taiwan, not China.
That
So
sounds like a smart idea for me because I got a bad taste in my mouth from. I flew into, what was it, Beijing? I think was the flight I took. I took from Phuket to Beijing, I think, and from Beijing to LAX, and it wasn't horrible. I shouldn't say that. I didn't like the way the people looked at me. I know that's sad, but I didn't like, and it wasn't like it only happened once. I flew through there 3 or 4 times, and all 4 times the exact same stares at me. Now it could be that they just didn't like me. I don't know, but
I'll tell you,
I didn't
I
like.
think it was the 4th time I flew on Philippine Airlines. I got like the top tier status because the plane flights are so long. Within one flight, you have like top tier, and they were kind of harassing me on the plane, like, "Well, sir, we notice your hood is up. Are you too cold? Should we turn the heat on more? Would you like this?" And I'm one of those guys, just leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone.
Yeah,
I don't like all the and I think I might have been a little rude. Like, I'm okay. I'll let you know when you need to come and see. I felt so bad.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I felt so bad 5 minutes after. Like, I probably could have been a little nicer there.
Yeah, I think that most of the time the people are a little scared looking at me, so they don't talk to me, which is fine with me. If I need something, I'll ask. James said you didn't have time to put your makeup on. Is that true? This morning, Richard,
put my makeup on.
Put your makeup on. Yeah, he said you didn't.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been a long week. I'm definitely feeling it. I taking a sleeping pill and trying to get 8 hours sleep before the show.
So you're talking about
I'm down.
wanting a certain time you leave the United States and wanting a certain time that you're leaving Thailand. Is that just for a 3-week trip, or just to come and check it out to eventually where you want to move, or what are you using the first trip as?
Yeah, the first trip is definitely a condo search. Try to see if I can't lock myself into a condo in Jomtien. My limit would be if I'd be doing somersaults, if I could find something for $500 a month. But I'm ready to go. I'm willing to go to 1,000. If I go to $1,000,
talk to Mitch.
Yeah,
Mitch has already looked at 550 of them, so he could be able to give. But from the stuff I saw for 1-bedroom condos in Jomtien with a view, I think you're going to be in the 15 to 18,000 baht.
Yeah,
my
that's
guess.
Great.
Yeah,
because I had a condo there for a couple of years ago. Though I was paying 25,000, and it was like a large studio. But the important thing for me is if I find a nice condo, it's got to have fiber like right away. So I'd have to grease some palms to get that installed quickly, so I could work there.
Is James? Are you still listening? Was it you that said that you had some? The place you moved into had some real fast internet stuff, fiber or something.
I think if I remember right from his video, he said he was putting it in, like it was getting installed. He had the option to do that.
Oh,
and it wasn't much money, like $100. Yeah, $100.
I wonder if I can have fiber put in to my house. I wonder if TOT has that. If they supply that, or is it another company? I'll have to ask my wife. She should know because she wants out for me. I always have to say I want the best, and then she gets it for me, and I'm going, this is shit. I don't like. Oh well, you could pay this much. Well, I said I wanted the best, baby. Am I not speaking Thai? I have to learn Thai. I want the best. Okay, same thing with my phone. I want this. Oh well, you could get this one if you want. Now here at the home, I've got 200 up and 200 down, but I still don't have the bandwidth that I need, that I want. I shouldn't say need.
Yeah.
But I bet you, she just doesn't. God bless the Thai woman. She just does not want to spend any money, even if it's mine. she. Oh no, we can get this over here. We only have to drive 85 miles this way, and we can save 3 baht and buy it.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't do that.
I gotta tell you, like, the internet is so important. I found Dave, when I pivoted back to doing the live show in my evening time Fridays, the internet was a problem because everyone's streaming like Netflix and shit like that in my apartment building. So the internet was not good, was not as fast. So doing the morning, like 7 a.m., people are still sleeping. So it's
That
really
makes
strong.
sense.
I'll get 400 down, and then a good one for me is like 70 up. If I can get 70 up, that's great. When I first started, Dave, I had 4 up. I was doing the live show with 4 up. Oh man.
Hey Lewis, how you doing, sir? Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it's I'm going to ask her about that fiber. I told you, I like an idiot. I gave my computer to my daughter, the one that's starting college, and this one I bought, and I was being a cheap B word. I don't want to have to pay money for cussing, and I bought this one. This one doesn't even have a cat connection to it. You can't even plug a cable into it. I had to buy a little adapter thing, and it doesn't work worth a crap. And I do better right now. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm on my Wi-Fi. So
Jeez,
maybe I will ask my wife.
James is getting 300 to 600 up. Man, that is good.
And that's
the
fiber,
reason
James?
for that is you can upload your YouTube video in no time.
Yeah,
He can do
2 seconds.
4K, you know.
Oh, here's Tom says TOT has a 700 baht per month, 1.2 gigabyte up, and 1 gigabyte, or one must be down, and 1.1 gig up. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask her, but see, she won't tell me that. I better take a screenshot of this so I can show it to my wife. It's just crazy. I you know, on paper. Okay, what does James say? I have to learn from this stuff because I know nothing about bandwidth, and you know, I know the bigger numbers up and down, but you got to have the bandwidth. On paper, it's 1 gig up and down, but I'm just giving the real. Okay, cool. And that's fiber, James? That's an actual cable they brought into the house? Is that what fiber is, Richard? It's a cable, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's utilizing light, so it's
Yeah, James is saying 2 to 4 minutes on a video. Wow. See, but I get 200 up. And when I get that, my videos go in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But then another time it'll say that it'll slow down and say I still had 100, and it'll take 30 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour.
You know what you got to do, Dave? Because I was watching one of your videos you did on the house where you just launched it, and I got the alert and I wanted to watch it right away. I think what you're not doing is you're not uploading it as unlisted first and then letting YouTube render the 4K or the 1080p.
Oh,
once
no,
that
I'm
renders,
definitely not doing that.
Yeah, that's the deal.
What I do,
upload it
yes.
as unlisted and then let it render. And then once it's rendered, go live, hit it public.
Okay.
Then what we see
no, I did not know
on the
that.
watching side is the good quality video. Otherwise, it's looking all pixelated and shit, and you don't want it to look like that.
Yeah, because even after I put it in and I put it out, when it first comes out, what I have been doing, because I didn't know any better, is that I put it as private and then put it up, and then like 30 minutes later, I'd put it and it would come out 720 or sometimes 6, whatever that is. What is it called? What is it? 1620, whatever it is, the one above 720.
1080p.
1080p. And I noticed that it did that, but now
yes.
I have to wait, right? I put it up unlisted, and then I wait an hour, a day. How long do I wait?
Well, for a short video, like a 4-minute, it could just be a couple minutes. You know, if it's a longer
Okay,
video,
so if I
like
waited
10 minutes plus and longer.
So wait a couple hours or whatever.
Yeah, it'll tell you, like, as it's processing. Yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah,
and I'm definitely going to find out.
My 4K video. My 4K videos, if it's under 15 minutes, it takes 15 hours to process 4K. But if it's over 15-minute video, it takes around 24 hours to process 4K.
Now, is it really
4K? I
mean, I'm not on a 50-inch screen. If I'm on my phone, is there any possible way in hell that I can tell the difference between 1080 and 4K on my phone? I mean, is there that much of a difference to where you're going to go, oh, wow.
Oh,
look at
no,
this.
no.
You know,
on the phone, but if I'm watching it on my 65-inch
yeah, your
TV,
phone will be
on a big screen, I understand that. That makes sense. But, you know, but if that's all I have to do, then there's no real big worry to me. I mean, if I have to wait a day, what's the big deal? I can just put it up and do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
just make
Richard,
sure it renders.
Louis,
first.
do you know Louis Cabo?
Yeah,
He said
of
he
course.
loves your channel. He loves your channel.
Oh, thank you.
Richard's
I
a
haven't
great
seen Luis
guy.
for a little while.
I
Maybe he'll
thought,
be on.
Louis,
Never go.
just so you know, I thought that when I hit 900 subs, that Richard would give me a new intro and outro, but hell no, nothing. Not even hi Dave, how you doing? Go screw
Man.
yourself. Nothing.
It's
He
busy
doesn't
all
give me
week, man. Busy all week at
You
work.
you look tired when you went on mistakenly without
Yeah.
makeup. You look tired.
Yeah,
You look tired.
I
You do a lot of
definitely am
shit.
feeling it.
And just so in
It's,
case anybody knows, the intro and the outro to the live streams is from Richard. He was nice enough to put that together for me. Richard,
Yeah, I love doing it. I love doing it. I don't like hearing the feedback from the peanut gallery, so I do it just because I love it. But yeah, that's good, man. Happy you do it after.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's see what I can say.
Oh, okay, guys. I've got to go now. I've got to do some babysitting.
You bet. You come on anytime you want to, Baldy. You're more than
So
welcome.
the wife's going out shopping.
Yeah, anytime you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on.
Guys, it's been great. It's been great chatting. So
see you later, Baldy. Have a good
to you
day.
all too.
Hey, down low. What's up? Richard's top shelf. Yeah, Mitch is just saying that. He's trying to kiss your ass, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you can't see that, Roger.
I'm so far behind. I got to get Mr. Mitch the list of vlogger news. I'm going to profile tomorrow. I don't even have that done. Yeah, I got to.
Now, who's going to be on the vlogger, or is that a secret?
It's usually just what. Well, see, the thing that sucks, Dave, is everyone does their vlogger releases the day of my show. Like when I wake up in the morning, all these ones are live, so I got to kind of pick 4 or 5 from that. And I kind of get stuck in a rut sometimes. I'll do Lucas, I'll do Brian Flowers, I'll look at Joe, check out your house video if you had another one up there, and then I'll do that. But then
who's going to be on it like when I was on it? That kind of helped you. We talked, or nobody.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, nobody. And I'll tell you, so a little secret for tomorrow's show, man. I'm keeping it kind of short because I got this problem with my toe, guys. It's like my middle toe has gotten really red and inflamed. I can barely walk on it. So I got to go to the doctor, like right after the show. Yeah, it's so much pain, man.
I know when Joe got hurt, I was talking to him because, like I said, we talked to each other quite a bit because of the house build, and he's just a great guy. But when he did it, he showed it to me, and I went, "Holy crap!" He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow." I said, "Yeah, you better." I don't know. When I was younger, I did that kind of crap. Oh, well, I've got gangrene in my finger, but it's not really that bad. I can, I especially here in Thailand, I can go to the doctor and they pay 90% of it, with the insurance stuff. So to not take a chance, go to get checked out. If I have to have an x-ray, a blood test, all that stuff, it might cost me 100 baht. Maybe 200 or something, ridiculous. So it's not, and I'm sure you have insurance there, but when I was in the States, I had that. Now all I have there is my Social Security stuff, which I should get rid of. I mean, I don't know why I'm keeping the A part. B part, I guess I have to keep, and it's only $150 or something. I don't know, but not that makes a difference. But $150 could buy me, I don't know, something nice from Masada. But yeah, I don't screw around, Richard. I mean, in my old age, I've gotten, because I was always, before I hated going to the hospital. Even when I went in, when I hit there and they put me in intensive care for 2 months. Before we left that house, I couldn't breathe. My wife's just, you need to go. You need to go. What do I care about? All right, I'm not really ready right now. Let me walk outside and smoke a cigarette. I can't breathe, right? Let me smoke a cigarette. Smoke a cigarette. She goes, okay, let's go. No, one more cigarette. I might be in the hospital for a while. I want to make sure I've got some nicotine in me. Smoke another cigarette. Go there. She parks the car. When she comes back, I'm in intensive care with a tube down my mouth. So I don't know. After that, I said, you know what? It's not why, because I'm supposed to be strong and I never get sick. No, screw it. I get sick. I'm going to go in. If I cut my finger and it starts to look infected, I'm going in. So I would definitely get your ass to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm going to do that live show tomorrow, and then just head down to the doctor and get it looked at. It's get in before it gets too bad.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
painful.
no shit. I've had to
You
have
get
stuff
900
lanced
toes.
before. I already had the answer. Let's see, what is this?
You got 9 more
Same.
toes, Richard. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it depends on which toe it is. Isn't it your big toe is your balance thing? If you lose your big toe, you lose your balance or something like that.
I think I'm
'Cause
okay.
that's what
That's my middle toe.
A couple of guys that came back from Vietnam or to get out of the war or whatever it was in Vietnam put their foot up on a chair, grabbed the gun, pistol, shot off their big toe, and then got shipped back to the States.
Wow.
Seems a little crazy for me. You want to think about something before you went,
Yeah, not the best.
But a lot of people, a lot of friends that I had ended up killing themselves coming back. That's a big thing that I have. A big pet peeve is, you can put up all this money for illegal aliens coming into the United States and all this kind of crap, yet you let vets and stuff like that or people come by that you just trained to kill people, and then all of a sudden their time's up and they're going, okay, here you go, back into the society. Just go right back in. You have no job skills. I can kill people. Can I get a job? No. And you put them back in with nothing to try to phase them out of it. So anyway, I'm a big supporter of giving the vets. And yeah, you have to.
It's a big problem everywhere, Dave.
Yeah, it is, and it's insane. It's insane that they don't even realize it, and yet they'll give away money to people that don't deserve it and not give it to the people that deserve it the most. These are people that put their life on the line, were willing to give their life for freedom, and you just shun, and they'll be all right. Yeah, half of the people that I knew that came back killed themselves. So that's a 50% deal. I would imagine they might look at those.
See you guys on the live show. I'm gonna hit the sack.
All right, Richard. I will see you on the live stream.
Try to get my
Take
7
it easy.
hours.
All right.
All right.
You have a good one, Richard.
I'm going to be looking out for Brock. Hopefully Brock makes it.
All right, Brock will make it.
Yeah, I'll be there.
He'll make it.
I'll be there.
I'll make it. I'll take a nap beforehand, so I'm awake. All right,
Good
Richard.
plan.
Thanks for everything as always.
right.
You have a good one. All right.
No problem. Talk to you later.
Bye. Craig, how you doing? Joe's here. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Any questions you guys really want to answer? Me to answer? I can. What am I doing here, Craig? Hold on. I read a guy from Allstate commercial who had 2 toes and a thumb amputated. It hurts all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I just heard that if you lose your big toe, you lose your sense of your ability to kind of balance or something. I could be wrong.
If you're barefoot, maybe. Keep your shoes on.
Yeah, maybe. Got to check out my hotel room. Take care, everyone. Thanks. All right. Yeah, I'm going to end it. We're at an hour and 29 minutes. I said I want to keep them right at an hour and a half, and I want to go talk to my wife about getting fiber brought into the house. I want to thank everybody for. Is that me? Gotta love the election times. They go up and down my street in the middle of nowhere and blast music. Anywhere. Oh, there's my wife there. I ordered a burger for you. Okay, yes, dear. I'll take the burger. Yeah, I'm going to shut down the live stream now. That's my wife, in case everybody's wondering. So be nice now.
Hello.
Alrighty. Cobus, Dirty Old Man, Mr. Mitch, Gator, Joe. Who else is in here?
Toby.
Brock, of course. Cobus. Thanks for coming. Tom's still there, maybe. Down low, if you're still here. Luis Cabo, if you're still here. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. And let's see if I can time the outro again. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll
See
catch you on
on
the next one.
YouTube show.
All right. Bye, all.